mean, this is, I suppose this is cross fingers and hopes that this mod actually does like tweak China so it's not stupid and desyncs
So it doesn't
everything later.
break the game.
Yeah.
We still get the better part of the game to play with then, even if that does happen.
Unless someone wants to go like sail over to China.
I mean,
and beat them
I
up.
theoretically could. I was conquesting Borneo pretty good.
Hey, it's really beating up those natives efficiently.
All right, let me get my stuff going here. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Click. 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 Okay, well. I'm ready to go whenever you guys are then. I guess we're still going, right?
Yeah,
now.
I'm just, fuck it. We're doing it.
Alright, for everybody on my channel, this is a multiplayer thing.
Fuck it, we're doing a thing.
Who gives a
That'll-
shit?
That'll be the fade in.
Okay.
No, really, I love all you guys. You're my
Are you kidding me? Really?
What?
Error game is no longer in sync.
What?
Oh.
What?
Well, I'm gonna stop my recording then.
Let's try this again.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Eat a bag of dicks. Motherfucker.
We need a
It's because you're not playing against Japan. It's because you're not playing against Japan, Utari.
Oh,
You're fucking
don't
broken.
make me-
You sit over
Not
there.
playing against Utari.
I will go play Japan. I will play Japan again, and this time I will not click puppet.
At least it really doesn't take a long time to restart it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Unlike other-
did all of you guys restart your games fully?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do. Roach lives in Illinois in the past.
What?
Somebody
I
asked.
live an hour south of the capital of the state, for God's sake.
Yeah, but it's a time dilation.
You can
Well-
tell that Ben is traveling through the space-time continuum by the way he distorts.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't. If we use Ben as a measure here, my internet's better than his. So I've got. So at least mine's consistent.
I live in Florida. What do you want?
I mean, you could
Less,
join us.
less Florida man memes.
Yeah, you could join us in the 21st century. That'd be great.
I live in Florida. It's not possible.
Why are you throwing shade at me? What?
Because I can.
Fight, fight, fight.
We tried.
We did that. We did that. Everybody died.
Well, I didn't fight you at all. I watched you burn while I conquested Borneo.
All right, games doodled.
Europe. How do I Europe?
Spent a couple hundred years
How do you Europe?
not learning anything, and then the next couple hundred years killing each other like you did the last couple hundred, but with
There
just
you go.
progressively better
There's a
technology.
book that was recommended to me, which was Guns, Germs, and Steel, and I
It's a good
kinda wanna
book.
pick it up. Is it? Have you read it?
Yeah, I've read it. It's interesting. I had to read it for a history class when I was in high school. It's an I like it, but it's not something that I would display. But that's just because of today's atmosphere. A lot of people find it's like insulting or something like that because it goes in like why certain cultures did never progress the same way as like Europe did. But it sets out to explain why that happened, and it wasn't, and not just like say like, oh, it's because they're bloodthirsty savages. No, it's like they didn't have same access to like certain things like one of the things they point out is the fact that like in Europe, people in Europe had access to it had access to pack animals that were easy to bring like domesticate to use in farm implementation, like in farming before industrialization could occur, meaning that farming even before industrialization was still more efficient than hand farming, which a lot of like over in like the Americas and like sub-Saharan Africa and a couple other places didn't necessarily have that, which is one of the things it brings up, and I find that interesting.
But Utari, are you actually going back to Japan?
Yeah, I mean, my
I was kidding.
Japan.
We were kidding. You don't
No,
have to.
I know,
If it's bad,
I know,
if it's
but-
bad
but
content, it's
it
bad
will-
content. You don't have to.
It will give me the opportunity to not fucking screw up with puppeting someone and actually, like, you know, conquest. I
Utari,
can
come
take-
play in Europe, or I'll play as China and declare war on you round 1.
Oh,
There you
do
go.
I want to do Sweden? Do I want to do? I don't know. I'm still undecided, really, who I want to be in Europe. Well, you're staying as Prussia, aren't you?
Yes.
Of course he is.
I'm going to be Spain. Actually, I am going to be
leaving.
Spain.
Going to Switzerland, where you can all die in the Alps if you want to come for my blood.
Challenge accepted.
You don't need.
I've bled
me.
for the Alps before. I've bled for the Alps before. I'll do it again.
You don't need it for Germany though.
We are talking about what I need.
What's with the
Talking
restart?
about what I want.
Thank you very much for the follow.
Somebody just asked what's with the restart. We restarted because
Bob D sang.
Bob.
No, that's how I just restarted now because Bob restarted.
Oh God! And I start in a rebellion because, of course, I do.
It's factual, damn it.
Ish.
Roach had a power outage, so we are starting over because we want him included.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sounds like you're doing like
Click.
touching your toe exercises or
Click.
something.
Click.
Well, he has been trying to
Click.
lose weight. Maybe he
Click.
is.
Are you saying that I can't touch my toes? Or like, I wasn't able to touch my toes before?
I don't know. How would I know? I've never seen you from I've only ever seen you from the shoulders up.
That's very true. For all you know, I could have no legs.
Exactly. We don't know.
Like
Which would
Larry
make-
King on an auger or something.
Oh, well, this... What the hell? Splendid isolation.
Can I very quickly get a pause here because I've got the Cardis thing just firing and I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Give me that railroad.
The railroads as far as the eye can see. Yeah, there we go. That's how you fix your economy. Tax the low man on the totem pole. When did we Switzerland? Just now.
Okay,
We
I'm
don't
done.
need to invest into the. We don't need Prussian Navy investment.
I got a sexy new flag.
Are you not? Wait, what happened?
Sexy new flag is sexy.
It looks. Wait, aren't. Wait, what?
I think you broke Ben.
What are you trying? I don't
Oh, he's
understand.
Kingdom of Spain.
Oh, okay. I forgot that you're Spain.
Yeah, he had the other like nationalist looking flag, and now he's got that
Yeah.
one.
For a second there, he thought I taxed the rich. No, I taxed the poor. God damn it!
Oh, I didn't do my intro. Yeah, this is a multiplayer game. It's not gonna have intros and outros on my channel. Yeah. There you go.
Why do you bother? I just
Because I like to keep my. I like everyone to know what's going on my channel. Everybody's gotta be included.
well, yeah.
All right.
And our tax policy is gonna be fuck the poor, of course.
Well, I mean, it's Victoria too. Isn't that how you play the game?
Well, before I was kind of
It's one
taxing
the
a little bit
strategies.
equally, so I mean, here I am now.
Sad that I had that my booze factory. Hey, I have another booze factory. That'll work.
Yay! Woo! Booze! Woo!
In Mittenland. Mittenland.
Yay, booze.
Alcohol as far as the eye can see. What do we make? What do we RGO here? Cows, mountain cows, some coal, some fruit,
Some coal.
some grain, a little bit of wood. What is that yellow? It's a pup. It's my friendo. Neutrality. That's what they're called.
I don't think that's what they call
I think we should pronounce everything that we've seen for the first time.
How does it pronounce then?
Yeah, Bob.
Would be Neuchtal, I believe is how you'd say it.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's just Germanized.
You just gotta give it a little.
No,
You gotta put a lot
you
of.
you had the hard ch in there though,
I'm American.
which is, well, this is my original point with it. Was just saying I was trying to help, trying to help, but no.
Well,
apparently it's
stop,
not allowed.
damn it!
My chat says Neuchâtel.
All right, I'm in a war.
Neuchâtel? Neuchâtel is what my chat says.
Neuchtal.
It hurts.
You started.
It's like somebody going up and like, oh yeah, no, this rifle, it's a Mosin Nagant.
Oh, I've heard that. Roach, I have heard that. You know, it always hurts. I remember this hurting me like 4 or 5 years ago when it happened, but a bunch of the big strategy YouTubers were playing a multiplayer EU4 game when whatever the one Cradle of not Cradle of Steel. What are the older ones that kind of like redid the natives and stuff like that? Not El Dorado before that.
Why do you want me to go attack the Swiss? What did they do?
What?
I don't share a border with them.
What? I'm the most neutral country in the world.
Why would I want to go? I mean, I know I said challenge accepted with the whole Alp thing earlier, but I didn't like mean it at that time. Why? Just why?
Well, quick end to that story. All of the Paradox players that were playing the New World kept incorrectly pronouncing the name of the Native American tribe that's from where I'm from in New York with a French pronunciation, and it was hurting my brain.
Because the Swiss are neutral. Well, I mean, the Swiss are a secondary power, so I could influence them and be like, hey, actually, I should make them on my side.
That's almost as bad as well. It's probably it's for you, but it's almost as bad as whenever somebody's like playing, or was it when somebody's like has to say Illinois, but they decide to pronounce the S.
Illinois.
Yeah, they use the S for no reason. Stop, please.
Can you not? It hurts my brain.
I've literally already sent you this.
Yeah, and I hit accepted. Nothing happened.
Well, there.
Okay, something's not right.
What?
Because are we allied?
Oh, do you have a good opinion of me, or vice versa?
Like I got sight on your country for a second, and then it went away.
Maybe our relations are too low. Yeah, we're negative 55 relations. That's a problem. We can't be friends right now.
But I want...
Maybe I do need to drop kick the Swiss.
Why?
Because fuck you. That's why.
Why fuck me? What did I do?
You chocolate eating watchmaking fuck.
But I make really good watches.
Aha.
That's what they're known for: watches and Nazi gold.
Hey, at this point, it's just called gold.
If it's still got a swastika, it's Nazi gold.
Hey, Liechtenstein is a thing.
Yeah.
Suck it down, Denmark.
It's so little. It's so little.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have accepted them as a ally.
Liechtenstein.
Who are you again? You're the Netherlands. You want to fight?
Yeah.
I'll fight you.
Longbeard, I changed over to Spain because sitting around in Japan was boring, probably for people to watch, and boring for me certainly to play in a multiplayer. It's great single player. Like,
Well, hey,
might
you know,
stream
you
it,
could actually just put a black screen up and go, "Hey, this is the Ben, Bob, and Roach podcast featuring Utari."
but- Yeah.
I'm a despicable neutral. Well, being a despicable real person didn't work out well for me.
Those are some good CBs. He heard so Pertwee has heard that the Swiss like Star Trek Discovery, and they've also said that Jonathan Archer is a better captain than Cisco. These are good reasons for war.
But Bob, have you heard
Yeah,
that
here's the real question,
No.
Bob.
Hey, Bob, have you heard that Jean-Luc Picard is going to be Patrick Stewart again?
You want to try that sentence again?
I think you mixed those up, man.
They're the same person.
You want to try that again?
You understand the concept. I'm trying to distract Bob with something happy.
Well, I wasn't. I saw the headline. I saw the article headline, and then I was immediately like let down because Alex Kurtzman's name also came up.
I was hoping you didn't read that part.
You're just making me more angry.
Oh,
It's backfiring.
if they screw up Jean-Luc Picard, I don't know what's gonna happen.
did you
but
see
somebody's gonna get burned.
Did you
like
see the
actually,
trailer?
like somebody's gonna get tossed on gasoline's gonna be tossed on them.
Did you see the trailer for the new season of Star Trek Discovery?
I unfortunately have. Yeah, I have.
Did it come off to you like it was trying to like be? It seems like they were trying to pull influence from the Orville, which is satire of Star Trek.
Which is also better than Discovery in a lot of ways.
It is
like-
better than Discovery.
like all
I'm not
the
sure how
bad
they
comedy?
do that with that trailer.
All the bad comedy.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is that it's only if that is the case, they're only parodying the trailer for the Orville. Because yeah, the Orville has some comedy in it, but it's like secondary to the actual show in a lot of ways. Like it's not.
Twitch baby. Thanks, Carobin.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not. I'm not sure. Like that's not going to work. It's really not going to work.
Well, I mean,
there's
Star Trek
already-
Discovery.
there's a long history of the first season of Star Trek series to really just not be that good or kind of like that's just where it's at with a lot of that.
No, you're not
And
wrong.
finding its feet. And I really don't want to give Discovery the benefit of the doubt on this because the first season was just it was
horrible,
the impression that I know I wrote a whole series of articles on why it was
I read
bad.
them.
Same here.
It seemed to me like there was a lot of schizophrenia about what Discovery was trying to do and a lot of conflict with it that in its story. Like there's so much story being thrown at you in the first season that you could have filled a whole 7-season run of Star Trek with it. Well, for what was going on, it was nuts.
I only watched
As well as
3 episodes and then gave up.
in order to move a lot of that along, it required a lot of Mary Sue sort of activity going on with a lot of the characters, especially the protagonist.
Which is a thoroughly unlikable character.
I was raised by Vulcans and had my entire emotions purged from me. Let me make an emotional decision in the first episode.
Now, how about this? I'm going to, in a fit of rage, murder someone with no thought of the repercussions.
Yeah,
But then again, you could make it.
say.
You could say, "Oh, that's just the fact that Spock's father's really bad at raising Vulcans." Because Spock was also had emotional outbursts a couple of times.
Especially
That could be what we draw from that.
Well, yeah, especially because he violently beat someone's face in the new Star Trek.
Yeah, I don't know
very
what to expect
Spock-like.
out of season
And
2.
technically,
there's-
this series takes place in the new Star Trek timeline, or maybe not. They don't really want to say.
Wait, does it? What?
No, this series takes place in the quote unquote Prime universe, and
I don't believe them.
I don't.
well, I don't believe them either when they say that. Just given what a lot of the things that are going on,
You're a liar.
I personally will not accept the idea that it is in fact it's the Prime timeline. It's like it's its own little timeline. That's fine. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Or maybe an alternate universe. Maybe instead of being just the Prime and a mirror universe, maybe it's a multiverse, and this is one of the side universes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's some stuff going on apparently in the second season where the Enterprise is commanded by Pike, which is like before Kirk. So if you know your Star Trek, you'll know that Captain Kirk,
The pilot, yeah.
Pilot episode.
Yeah. So there's Pike in command here, which makes sense chronologically in the timeline with what's going on.
Now here's what I wonder though. Are they going to remember the fact that when Captain Pike was commanding the Enterprise, he had a female first officer? Or are they going to conveniently forget that?
Well, supposedly the number one is there somewhere because it was mentioned on Twitter somewhere.
Number one, who had no name, I don't believe in the first.
Number
Did she have a
one.
name in that episode?
I don't remember. But I can't help but think that we are seeing the Enterprise and Pike just to stir up like Trek nerd fandom.
Yeah, no, it's just that's what it is. Because remember the final
Fan
scene.
service.
The final scene of the first season, it was a teaser, and it just like you saw the Enterprise, the shitty Enterprise, the shitty version that they had there, and it was just there to get you hyped if you were a Star Trek fan for it's TOS Enterprise. Now they probably could have actually gotten more hype if they had used the original model of the TOS Enterprise instead of redesigning it. Because then I would have gone like, oh, they're going to be faithful to it.
I mean, I wasn't really having heartburn with a ship redesigned like that. I mean, it's kind of, it looks a little more updated. It looks actually a little more in line with if you went from Enterprise to TOS. It kind of looks like a little more of the progression of technology with special effects and stuff. Like I wasn't really.
But
having
it
a
doesn't
problem with
fit. But it doesn't fit with the ships that they had in the first season of Discovery. Is what I'm saying. Like,
oh no, absolutely not.
Exactly. So it makes no.
Not.
So yeah, it might make sense as a progression from Enterprise to TOS with that new designed Enterprise, but it doesn't make sense if you also have Discovery in there. So why even redesign it? Like, why not just keep it the same and it just go like, oh yeah, it looks really weird, but that's what it was back in the original series, and we're being faithful to it. Instead now it looks like, oh, this doesn't work with our new designs at all. We probably should have thought of that when we started designing the ships in the concept phase of the show. Fuck it. We'll just redesign the original ship. It's like, it doesn't...
Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I feel like there's an attempt at fan service going on, but I like fan service is all you want. As long as the stories make sense, the characters are more real, because that's what makes a lot of good Star Trek good. Is that the characters are kind of like real characters, still within the confines of the universe that they're in, and not just, I can solve all the problems because, one, either the bad guys made stupid decisions, which also happened frequently in fucking Discovery.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or they are real people solving kind of real, like, moral problems. And that wasn't really what was happening in Discovery.
Oh, expand the liquor factory. Don't mind if I do.
You know, and I'm familiar with people who are trying to defend Discovery, and a lot of their defense is coming down to, oh, but so inclusive and diversity and stuff. It's just like, yeah, that's great.
That's
Diversity-
why I wonder
That's
if they're
what
going
Star
to...
Trek is.
Yeah, it's
Diversity,
all
I mean-
about that. It's been that.
I mean, there's where did I see it? There was a conversation that was playing out that was talking about how, oh, it's so wonderful how this is the first Star Trek series to have such a diverse cast. I'm thinking to myself, it's like, well, if I recall correctly, there was only one straight white male in the entire cast of Star Trek Deep Space Nine as the main character.
And that was O'Brien, wasn't it?
It was O'Brien.
Yeah.
And his wife was Japanese.
Yeah, and he had a
daughter
mixed-
who was half
It was
Japanese,
part Japanese,
and
part
half potato.
Irish, I think. Or what was it?
O'Brien,
Was he Irish?
he's Irish.
Irish. Okay, yeah. Well, that doesn't mean anything.
You know,
in
and
Star
then
Trek.
there's also like, oh, the strong female protagonist. I mean, I seem to recall
Janeway.
Janeway, you know,
And
like
all her
they're-
poor decision-making skills.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
but
Star
she
Trek
was
has
still a
tread
good
over this-
character. I
Like
think.
Star
yeah.
Trek
in
has
general.
tread over this ground already, and like it's done it very, very well. And I'm
I
kind
would
of
go one
feeling like
step
what
further.
Discovery is putting forward with this is that I think it's kind of besmirching that legacy a little bit by doing what it's
Yeah.
been doing with its very short, much shorter seasons with
Yeah,
just so much shit going on.
I would say I would go one step further. I'd say Star Trek has done even more than just having like Janeway and like Jadzia Dax and like the Dax in Deep Space Nine. The fact is that like at many points in the series, there were female admirals who had more power than the male captains,
Like all
and
of TNG.
commanders.
That
Like,
chick,
yeah,
that chick
TNG
admiral. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, the Russian named admiral that never spoke with a Russian accent, which is why I don't believe
Macheyev?
yeah, was it? Yeah, I think it was like that.
I think
but yeah,
it was
she.
Macheyev.
Yeah, she was. There was also like a lot. There was. You also had Geordie's mother, who captained a ship in that one episode. We confirmed she was a captain of a ship. I
Beverly's a
forget.
captain later.
Yeah, Beverly's a cap. Well, in an alternate, in the alternate
You
future,
had to do.
at
I'm not
that
doing
point in
it.
time. But we're getting into semantics there. Really Star Trekky semantics. But like it's done a shitload for like women in power. So I don't get that. Like as a argument saying oh, but this one's so much
You missed me,
inclusive.
Totem Wolf.
Doesn't make
Hi.
sense. It's why I'm also wondering if they're going to have the female
Yes.
first officer in this
Eat a
new
bag of
in the second
dicks.
season of Discovery, because that would show. Because I think it'd be funny because that would derail all of the arguments saying, oh, it's so inclusive,
Guys,
when you go out of your way
okay, so-
and show that the original series had a female first
Why don't you
officer.
let me? Hey, Eliminator. It's because I'm so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Janeway was an admiral later.
Second order.
She was.
That's where we're gonna
She was an
start.
admiral in
Connor.
the alternate timeline future and in the
Because we
movie.
can.
Which movie was it? Was it
Fuck if I know, they all sucked.
Bob? Which movie was it?
Good, total mall.
For what? I'm sorry.
When was Janeway an app? Which movie was it?
Take ibuprofen for
That was
being
Nemesis.
old.
Nemesis. I knew you'd know.
You know,
Well, of course it's Bob. Of course he's gonna know about Star Trek stuff.
Of course he's gonna know.
Voyager is the best. We all know that.
Oh, we're gonna fight.
Ooh. Everybody disagrees with that.
We're gonna fight.
Fuck what they agree with.
I like Voyager, but I mean,
You can
The
have that
writing-
opinion if you want to. Just you're wrong. That's fine. But I'm not
The-
going to agree with you because then we both be wrong.
the writing in Voyager was some of the worst.
You want me to hurt you?
Rivaled only to the worst episodes of Enterprise.
Okay, so honey, I can fight you.
Like, what was that one episode of Enterprise? I think it was
DS9
Tucker
is not the
was
best,
stranded with somebody.
DS9
like, on a
is the
planet.
best because it tackles some of the best moral quandaries of the time.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it
do
is.
really do like DS9.
DS9 is
I've only
great.
seen one episode from DS9.
Well, then your opinion is dumb.
Who was that?
What do you think?
Only see one episode of DS9 and it's dumb.
Of course.
Bob, you can bite my fucking ass.
I'd probably take
Hold
all of
on.
you one by you, 4'11" dwarf.
You hit back against his Star Trek. He's not pulling punches.
It's not my fault he is a pussy.
Fight! Fight!
Because DS9 is better. I'm not sure where we're at with this.
I don't know either.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know,
either.
but this.
I
is
don't
funny.
know either.
You just didn't like Kess.
God, I fucking hated Kesh. She was the most annoying character
Who's
ever.
The other one. I didn't like any of the Chakotay episodes.
And Chakotay's a pussy.
The Chakotay episodes were boring, and Kess was.
An idiot? I don't know. Kess was an idiot.
Well, Chakotay didn't actually have any
Oh,
cultural identity beyond like,
Negative.
hey, I'm a Native American guy with the natives, the blood. Yeah.
I don't think this is a
That was
good
really it.
alliance. Schleswig-Holstein wants to be friends with the Swiss.
Who are you right now?
They're
The
in my
Swiss.
sphere.
Oh, I thought you were gonna kill them.
Oh,
So you're the
well, I
That already
took
happened.
Denmark to Eliza from Greece. No, thank you.
So so that's the fourth or fifth time it's happened now. Someone's like, "Hey, do you want to be my ally now?" And then they'll like, I got sight on them for a second, and then I just went away.
7 of 9 2K.
I think maybe it's because you're the Swiss, Ben.
Otherwise,
Do you have- Do you have a thing that says you can't have alliances? Although it does say you have one alliance right now. Do you have a thing in like your politics that says
You're
you can't have alliances
think so. Where would
in
that
your
be?
decisions? Or next to your or above your things next to your politics things there's like green and red things. up
Political
there.
neutrality. Interesting.
Yeah, you can't have alliances.
Why do people keep asking me for them then?
No
Well,
wonder.
it's probably because that is actually a feature of the historical flavor mod.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So the AI doesn't know any better.
So
Yeah.
there's Bob, Roach, and Otari.
Oh my god, Leah, Jesus Christ.
What? What's the question?
She just asked me the question that I've been asked 4,000 times since we started streaming.
I just got here, so answer it.
He's Prussia, Russia.
No, don't bend to her will. That's going to encourage the chat.
If you would just answer, you'd be over already.
I was trying to. Bob is Prussia, Roach is the Netherlands, and Utari's somewhere.
Spain.
For a second, I
Spain.
thought you were going to say Roach was the devil for like a split second.
Literally the
No,
devil.
that'd be Bob.
Ad literum.
Ad literally. I'm okay. So it's like Ben's Spectre. I'm okay with being neutral because I don't want to get hit again.
That's not how that works.
That's bowing to terrorism, Ben.
I'm just going to introduce you to my sphere is all I'm going to do, and then you're not going to have a choice in the matter.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yes, give me more education efficiency. I need that.
I have a literacy of 81%.
70.2.
Mine's better. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do, Roach? Attack the most neutral country in the world?
I don't care.
I could, but I don't want
Who gives a shit?
to. You're Switzerland. You don't matter.
Oh, Prussia.
Basically a factory simulator. I have no
Must be
idea what
friends.
I'm doing. Isn't that half of the game?
Yeah, we
is
can do it
building-
this time.
Building factory is half the game, isn't it? We're gonna have a communist coup here.